Welcome back to another episode of Rob Sports Center, man. As you can see by the title, we're going to be taking another look at that 2025 recruiting class coming out of the state of Louisiana. And for this video specifically, we have Mr. Jasper Parker. He's a 6 foot, 189-pound running back that played for Archbishop Shaw. Now, fun fact, I was able to check out him earlier this past season. I think that might have been when they played Rummel. And I was like, man, this kid is nice. But I never was able to kind of keep up with him over the course of a season. So when I seen him actually come up on the top recruits out of Louisiana list, I was very excited to cover him. So he's a Michigan commit. 24/7 Sports has him ranked as a 3-star recruit with an 87 player rating. He had college offers from Georgia Tech, Oklahoma State, Alabama, Arizona, Auburn, Baylor, Duke, Florida State, Houston, LA Tech, Miami, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Oregon, Penn State, SMU, Tennessee, Texas Tech, Tulane, USC, and he was a very sought out after recruit, obviously based off of the prototype size by him being 6 foot. I think they actually might have had him listed as 6'1". Obviously, he already passed that test, and if you pair that with the way he plays, then you will say, okay, yeah, I feel like this guy can be something special on the next level. So for his high school athletic background, he also played basketball. It didn't give me any stats for him playing basketball. It shows that he attended New Orleans Jesuit prior to his junior season. So freshman and sophomore year, he was at Jesuit, and then his junior senior year, he played for Archbishop Shaw. As a senior, he helped Archbishop Shaw to the Louisiana Division II Select State Championship, totaled 1,612 yards from scrimmage, including 1,464 rushing yards total. He scored 22 total touchdowns, ran for an Archbishop Shaw school record 326 yards in 2023. Wow, I'm curious to know who he done that against. He finished his junior season with 1,119 yards and 16 touchdowns on 6.7 yards per carry. Also caught 11 passes for 146 yards and 1 touchdown. So we're going to hop into my evaluation. Gabe Brooks didn't do one for him. Like I said, he kind of he does some for some, but not necessarily all of them. So I put that Jasper Parker is a 6 foot running back who on film does not look that big due to him always remaining low, which makes him much harder to defend against. Being a running back in today's game, you have to be able to contribute in the passing game. He showed that on a play where he ran a wheel route out the backfield and was able to high point the football, showcasing his ball skills and make the catch with his hands showing he can catch. And for some people, they might be like, well, don't you post the catch with your hands? Yeah, true enough. It might sound odd to casuals and not people who are actually pugilists of the sport, but you notice that a lot of guys use their body to make catches opposed to making catches with their hands. Now, what that does is when you make catches with your hands, it takes away from the possibility of DBs or linebackers or whoever's covering you to make a play on the ball. But when you're allowing for the ball to come to your hands, like come to your body, for one, you stand a chance of it bouncing off of your shoulder pads, and for two, it allows a corner or whoever to drive down and possibly make a swat at the ball because you're bringing it right there on your body. So that's what I mean by that when I say he's able to catch with his hands. But then even being a running back, he was able to high point the ball over a defender and make a catch, which actually led to a touchdown. He also showcases his hands on a few bad pitches from the quarterback on option runs. He shows his acceleration, being able to hit holes quickly, whether that's the A gap or B gap, and then showcases his speed, being able to pull away from defenses. He shows his toughness on several plays where he is just running through arm tackles, which is his toughness and power, running through arm tackles, or him showing his ability to make guys miss with his footwork, setting defenders up, making them think he's going one way and goes the other. He also shows his balance when running through tacklers and remaining on his feet for yards after contact, which is very key, which is very vital. He shows his ability to be a C-gap runner as well when catching the ball on option runs and making plays. He shows his vision, being able to maneuver through the A-gap and B-gap, knowing how to set up his blockers. He is a good red area threat, as seen in his highlights, where everything is tighter and you need to have a back down there that can operate in that tight space and run through those tackles necessary to get the ball into the end zone, or to even advance the ball if it's a third and goal or third and short or whatever the case may be. So I kind of put like a little description. Obviously, I've done this for a lot of different positions for what makes a good running back. And a good running back needs a combination of speed, agility, strength, balance, vision, instincts, and the ability to break tackles, which he possesses all of those to me. They should be able to quickly identify running lanes, make sharp cuts, run through contact, and secure the ball while evading defenders, all while being versatile enough to catch passes and contribute in pass protection when needed. So that's one of the things I would love to have to see is his contributions to pass protection, which I would have to actually do deeper game dive into the game film to actually be able to find plays where he was able to contribute in pass protection. Key attributes of a good running back: vision, the ability to read the defense and find open space quickly, which he's able to be able to do that, read defenses and find that open space. He doesn't allow for defenses to kind of rally and be able to make tackles on him. He sees an opening, he hits it, and he goes. Elusiveness, skillful footwork to avoid tackles and make defenders miss. He's very good at that. Now, obviously, his feet can probably be much quicker, especially going to the next level. But I think those are things that'll be developed with just consistency and just, working on it. Burst, explosive acceleration to quickly gain yards through the line of scrimmage. He does have that. Power, obviously, we've seen that, like I said, him running through arm tackles. Balance, we've seen that he has that, being able to stay on his feet while running through arm tackles, and then also being able to kind of stay in a good run motion after making guys miss with his footwork. Agility, quickness to make sharp cuts and navigate tight spaces. Yeah, he most definitely qualifies for that. Pass catching ability, securely catching passes out of the backfield. So now I would have liked to see, like, does he drop the ball whenever the play is called for him to catch? Does he drop? Obviously, that's not going to be in highlights. Those are one of those things you got to kind of watch in film. Ball security, as Coach Belichick and as Coach Patricia and Mike Lombardi would say on their coaches podcast, ball security is job security. Once they hand you that ball, you need to have that ball in your hands at the end of the play. And for what I've seen, most of his highlights, obviously, you're not going to be able to see those fumbles. But it just shows me that a lot of plays, he ended up, when he was getting up off the ground, the ball was still in his hands. His durability, the ability to withstand repeated hits and maintain effectiveness throughout a game. And he's shown that. And also being that he's 6 foot, and when he pack on more size with his frame, it shows that he'll be able to do that on the next level. So I think a lot of times that has to do with projections of guys being, 3 stars, 2 stars. Well, I don't think no guys 2 stars, but being 3 stars or whatever, because those stars are based off of your production on the next level, you know what I mean? But for him having that big frame already in terms of height, just packing on size and, he would actually, look like a college running back, which he already does now. But, man, that's it for this video, man. If you did enjoy this video, do me a big favor, man. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. When you subscribe, click that. Well, you ain't got to click the notification bell no more, because I think when you subscribe, it automatically comes on. But just double check and verify. That way you don't miss any uploads. That way when I upload these videos, y'all are getting them. And I'll see y'all in the next video.